Hello, Tai Chiers. As you know, my name is Matt Holker. Thank you for watching. I work with Tai Chi Master Richard Clear, and together we help Tai Chi students and teachers all over the world to rapidly build internal power for self-defense and health. And of course, keyword there being rapidly. There are a lot of paths to internal power, but a lot of them are very slow. We help people get there as quickly as we have found to be really humanly possible, and to keep going and going and going, and keep building and building and building to where we have not found an end point to this stuff, and we're getting there, as quickly as we possibly can. And so that is the challenge, to do it quick. And what I want to talk to you about today, in relation to that, is Qigong versus Tai Chi, and I should say, more than versus, really, what is the difference between Qigong and Tai Chi, because you don't have to choose one or the other, and there's not an adversarial relationship necessarily, but I want to talk a little bit about kind of the differences between the two and how they can be used together if you know what you're doing, and how for rapid internal power development you want that. You really want to use both Tai Chi and outside Qigong exercises together if you want to build internal power rapidly. That guy's moving rapidly, and hopefully your internal power development is moving rapidly too. And to help you do that, I'm going to talk a little bit about where Qigong and Tai Chi kind of dovetail and where they fit together really well for that. Now, before I do, if you're into this stuff, please head to taichimadeclear.com. I hope you've gone there already, but if you haven't, definitely go there. You're going to love what you find there. What I'm really talking about here today is the difference between Qigong and Tai Chi. What I'm really trying to talk to you about today is the difference between Qigong and Tai Chi, and how, if you know what you're doing, you can use them together for rapid internal power development. And so in that vein, first you got to kind of understand what the difference is. And so Qigong, I'm going to start there. Qigong literally means energy work, and the Qi in Qigong means energy. It is not the same as the Qi in Tai Chi. They are actually spelled the same in one version of the transliterations, but in Pinyin, which is the more commonly used one now, they are not spelled the same. They are different words. They mean different things. And so the Qi in Qigong literally means energy, and the Gong means work, like Kung Fu. And it's energy work. And so there are lots of different kinds of energy work, and they can mean all sorts of different kinds of things, up to and including kind of your body's muscular capacity for energy, and for doing work. And so there are some Qigong exercises that really focus in on that, and muscle tendon changing kinds of exercises. There are other kinds of Qigong exercises that are very much about more of a mental focus and a mental clarity and a mind over matter kind of a thing, and there's everything in between. And there's all sorts of different types of energy, and so there's all sorts of different types of energy work. It sort of stands to reason that there would be, and so a lot of that energy work is very appropriate for someone who's trying to develop Tai Chi skill, but a lot of it also would not be. You would not necessarily really be focused on building a lot of external strength, or doing a lot of like impact kinds of training. If there were Qigong exercises that were doing a lot of that, you probably wouldn't be doing that as a Tai Chi person. There are other kinds of Tai Chi appropriate exercises for building, like iron body and iron palm, that are internal in their methods, in their methodology, in their training, that are very appropriate for Tai Chi people. But there are types of iron palm and iron body that are obviously very external, that would not be appropriate for Tai Chi people. And so there's all sorts of different types of Qigong. Some of it works very, very well with Tai Chi, some of it does not. But if you're trying to build a foundation of internal power, and you're trying to do it as quickly as you possibly can, you want to find a bunch of Qigong exercises, or you want to find a teacher anyway who has a lot of Qigong exercises as well as good Tai Chi, because that will help you in a bunch of different ways. So one of the ways that it'll help you, before I forget, if you're watching this far, please check out taichimadeclear.com, because you're going to really enjoy what you find there. Look, a fly alighted on me. Proof that I am not yet a Tai Chi master. If you've read the Tai Chi classics, you'll get that joke. Back to what I was talking about, so if you've got really good Qigong that works really well with Tai Chi, and there's a lot of it out there that does, a lot of energy work, obviously I would hope it's obvious, works really, really well with Tai Chi. And so if you've got that, if you say you forget to practice one day, say you forget to do your form, or when you would normally go do your form, like for me, I used to practice outside on a break kind of every day, and maybe it was like pouring rain at that particular time, and I wouldn't get to go out there and do my form, and so I'd have to go find somewhere else, and maybe I'd get distracted and I would lose my ability to do that when I kind of normally would, and then I'd forget later on, and so I didn't get my form in today. What do I do? And now it's time to go to bed. Well, so first of all, if you have an ultra short form, like an 8-move form, I've talked about the virtue of that, and this is one of those times when that comes in really handy. But if you don't have that yet, or maybe you don't even have any Tai Chi form yet, you've just kind of been, training, and you didn't get, you've been building up to that, and you didn't get in your practice session today, but you've got a little Qigong, you can do the Qigong. And so what I recommend, normally, like if it's bedtime, and I'm in that situation, I would do like a few carry the cauldrons and a few grand Tai Chis very, very, very properly, with the feeling of the proper feeling of the energy movement and the proper alignment and structure and everything, and really feeling that and really working on that. And that actually helps settle me down and get me in a place where I can go to sleep. And so I've done, I didn't do my Tai Chi form, but I did a couple of moves from the Tai Chi, but I did a Qigong version of those moves, and I didn't have to do a whole lot. And, I got some benefit out of it. Not ideal. Ideally, I would get in a full training session, but if I didn't get that, if I already didn't get that in today and it's too late and I got to get to sleep, I can still do, even then, I can still do a little bit today. And that's what counts, is do a little bit every day. Take that chisel off of the raw block of marble every day and turn it into your beautiful Tai Chi sculpture. Take that, but every single day, take that chisel off. If you skip days, what we're talking about, rapid internal power development here, guys. That the key word being rapid. If you're skipping days, of course it's not going to be as rapid as it could be. I hope that stands to reason. And so do at least a little bit every single day. And the Qigong, having Qigong exercises, having good Qigong, really, really helps you to do that. If the goal is to build rapid internal power, if that's what you're really after, which that's what I'm talking about here. I hope that's what you're after. If that is your goal, then you don't have to do a full Tai Chi form every day necessarily to get progress, to move that needle, to move that bar. You can do that. You can do a little bit every day and still be getting internal power benefits, even if you didn't work the form today. But you have to know appropriate Qigong exercises excuse me, that go well with the Tai Chi. And so, like an example of that, I'm going to give you a couple good examples of that. Before I do, head to taichimadeclear.com. If you haven't already, do that. You're going to love what you find there. But before you go, a couple quick examples of Qigong exercises that go really well with the Tai Chi. There's one that's almost universal in Qigong and in all sorts of different Kung Fu, that's called Hold the Bull. And for Tai Chi, we would want to normally start that a little more relaxed than we would in a lot of other Kung Fu styles. But in a lot of Qigong styles, you'll see Hold the Bull done kind of out at like heart height. And for the Tai Chi version of that, we'd want to be much more relaxed and down, kind of out in front of the lower dantian, just below the navel, just below the belly button. That's more where we would want to do our Hold the Bull to start with anyways. And there's a bunch of different positions that you can do it in, and they have different benefits. But for the much more relaxed kind of Tai Chi thing that you're going for, with much better sort of flow, as it were, through your body, you're going to find that's a lot easier to get from that position, and there's a lot of reasons to orient towards that sort of center mass for the Tai Chi, especially. You're going to be working on that area a lot, from that area, and doing interesting things with that area, and there's a lot of healthy benefits towards sort of orienting, from sort of orienting towards that area. And so So to get started doing that, you will do our hold the bowl out in front of the lower dantian down there. Another great example of a Tai Chi exercise, or of a Qigong exercise that goes really well with Tai Chi is one that we call the Wudang Rocking Energy Ball. It's got different names. We call it that, at least for kind of the beginning of our system to identify it. But it's also called La Chi. It's called other things. And basically, we take that sort of connection that we're making from the hold the bowl, and we rock backwards into onto our heels slightly, but staying in good structure and balance, and we kind of pull out and we stretch, and it goes to what they call a magnetic energy, and then we rock forward onto the balls of our feet and compress back together, and it goes to what we call an electric energy. And that pulsing back and forth from between magnetic and electric, it's not important what the names are, but that sort of pulsing back and forth, and the feeling of that through the body, all the way through the body, and the connections and what it's doing to your connections, and really tuning your mind into those different sensations, and that pulling and pushing and all of that is really super healthy for you. It has a lot of great benefits, and so you can do that very quickly. In my Tai Chi classes, a lot of times we will start class by doing Qigong exercises, that being one of them, to kind of get everybody in the feeling and get in the flow of it, and then doing your Tai Chi form from there, trying to keep those connections on and trying to keep that feeling of that energy and that flow through all the different positions of your Tai Chi is just wonderful. If you can do that, that definitely practice that, work on that. That is one of the great ways that Qigong and Tai Chi kind of dovetail with each other, where you get a lot of benefit out of having both. If you just had one or the other, you wouldn't get as much benefit. You could get there, but it'll take you longer. And again, we're talking about rapid internal power development here. And so if you really want that, do it as fast as you possibly can. Get that system that where you've got the Qigong and the Tai Chi that work together like that, and stack your training as much as you can, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna see a lot of progress really fast. If you don't do that, you'll make progress. You will, but it won't be at any kind of pace that anyone would call rapid. It'll be at a traditional Tai Chi pace, which, as we all know, is pretty slow. At least for me. And if you are like me and you got started in internal power a little bit later in life, like you weren't 5 years old and born into it, and like training kind of from the beginning of your life on, if you were more in your 20s, 30s, maybe 40s, 50s, when you really started working on internal power, how far into it do you want to get? You don't have as much time as the guys who started when they were 5. And so, I don't have as much time as the guys who started when they were 5. And so if I'm going to get to anywhere close to, what like the master Ma Yu Liangs of the world have been able to achieve in their lifetime, if I'm ever going to approximate that, if I'm ever going to even touch on that kind of internal power, on that level of internal power and that level of skill, I gotta get to it. I don't have time to dally, and I certainly don't have time to go through kind of the rigmarole of the old school of training that is very, very slow. And so for rapid internal power development, you've got to stack your training, like what I'm talking about, and that means partly you're going to want that short form. Ultimately, if you don't have a really good ultra short form, I'm not, like 24 moves is too long for what I'm talking about. It's better than 108, but it's too long for what I'm talking about. Like, you really want kind of an 8-move form, a good one, a really solid good 8-move form, and good Qigong exercises, and that combined, and good Qigong methods of doing your form. And if you've got those things combined, you've got a really powerful system for building that internal power foundation for that rapid internal power development. And so please do that. Go, find that stuff. Start by going to taichimadeclear.com. I hope that's given you some helpful advice. One bit of wisdom that I'll kind of leave you with, that I didn't want to start with because I guess it's a little complicated for people to kind of wrap their heads around, but it's something that I want you to think about until you sort of understand what I'm saying, is that all Tai Chi is Qigong. All Tai Chi is energy work, but not all Qigong, not all energy work is Tai Chi. And so I hope that helps kind of clarify things. If you're into this stuff, definitely don't forget taichimadeclear.com. now is the appropriate time to go check that out, and more next time. But in the meantime, check out taichimadeclear.com, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you again. Take care.